The reason why Mr. William Ruto is making these grievous mistakes is because people are praising him even when he is wrong. People are not telling him the truth. You may ask yourself, how has a hustler, a man who said he was selling chickens, a man who said he went to school without shoes, a man who has pleaded poverty and clinged on poverty to poverty and rode on poverty to power, how did he all of a sudden save 1.2 billion to build a church? This man is playing around with our brains.
Bandegwa, that is also you need also right. To be fair because the president himself said in Embu that the church will cost 300 million. Why are you peddling lies? And you are a man who deals with facts and statement of fact.
There is nothing that that man can say that can be taken to the bank. The reason why Sabasaba philosophy and ideology arose. They arose as a result of oppression. In 1990s, Sabasaba rose out of a people who are determined to liberate themselves from the excesses of government, the extractiveness of government, the abuses of human rights of government of the day. We are where we were in 1990s. Corruption is at the highest. That is why Timothy Joya was assaulted. Human rights abuses, as we speak, are at the peak. That is the reason why Reverend Timothy Joya was abused by the state. And all excesses, I may not name them, all of them. So to say that the purpose for the Sabasaba of the 90s has been achieved by the mere fact that we have a new constitution is to miss the point. Yes, we have a new constitution, but we do not have constitutionalism. We have a new constitution, but you have a rogue government in force. A government that is abusing the rights of the people. The people are going to rise up to fight to liberate themselves. The movement or mass action will be rekindling the spirit of those individuals and will be in the celebration of the spirit of those individuals who lost their lives for purposes or for reason of trying to liberate themselves. May I pen off by saying that the reasons why people fought in 1990s are prevalent today, they are in existence today. People are being abducted left, right, and center. The police abuses and excesses of the 1990s are being replayed today. You may wonder why the scripts of the 1990s are being replayed today. You may wonder why the archives of the 1990s are at play today. Why we are having these excesses, the high corruption, the high abuses and violation of human rights, the state-sponsored oppression and the state-sponsored execution and extermination of the dissidents, the trump-up charges, including people being charged with terrorism, is because the players of the 1990s, albeit by then they were playing a mega role as Jeshi la Mzee, they are now in State House. William Ruto, who was one of the head of the YK92, the brutal and the murderers, Jeshi la Mzee, the persons who are heading that Jeshi la Mzee that time, they are now in State House. And that is why you can see the same character, the same footsteps that were followed in 1990s are now at play. Goons and criminals have corroborated with the police, wamefanya kolabo na polisi, just as it was when Reverend Njoya was being clobbered. Reverend Njoya was being clobbered by the corroboration of the police and the goons. And that is why the people are then saying, we must go out in the streets and liberate ourselves. May I say this? Kenyans will not tolerate any further police brutality and any further police execution. Kenyans are saying this pain will be equally shared by the persons who will have occasioned it. Kenyans are saying We shall not mourn our beloved brothers and sisters as the police is congratulated and applauded by the state, by the president himself, and making merry. Kenyans are saying, for every civilian that the police brings down, every force that the police brings down, Kenyans are ready to have an equal and repressive force. And it is the police and the state who have invited Kenyans to this situation. Kenyans have a right to march and demonstrate peaceably, but the police, under the guise of keeping order and protecting the properties, are the ones who are perpetrating this heinous crime. So may the police know that when they have those headgears, when they have those batons, when they are in possession of those guns, they have the muscle. But in the evening, the police will retire to his home, to a neighbor who has lost his son, to a neighbor who is mourning the loss of a friend's son, to a neighbor who is mourning the loss of a Kenyan. I will not say that they themselves will enjoy the same protection they enjoy when they're in those particular headgears. And that is the only way we can defend ourselves. Remember, the right to self-defense is a constitutional right also. We cannot allow the police to butcher Kenyans innocently, and then they think for them they'll have the opportunity to make merry. I don't think Kenyans are ready to entertain that kind of treatment anymore. So for those who are apologetic to government, Peter Kaluma, my brother Chargei, and the rest, and I know Senator Manzo will contribute on this, you may continue to be sympathetic. But the reason why Mr. William Ruto is making these grievous mistakes is because people are praising him even when he is wrong. People are not telling him the truth. You may ask yourself, how has a hustler, a man who said he was selling chickens, a man who said he went to school without shoes, a man who has pleaded poverty and clinged on poverty to poverty and rode on poverty to power, how did he all of a sudden save 1.2 billion to build a church? This man is playing around with our brains. This man is fooling us. I pen off and invite the rest to come invite the rest to contribute.
The ball, I think
let's Ndegwa finish.
Yeah, but we should not just ban the falsehoods as if they were confirmed truth.
I have a question.
I had Kaluma in silence. I demand that I may be heard in silence.
Those are figments of imaginations. Okay. I think we don't bandy when we are concluding, things as if they are, agreed truths. Some of these are, fabrications and political statements, which should not come at conclusion unless we'll be debating them.
I know you are apologetic to. I know you are apologetic to the system. You
know that is also my right.
Ndegwa,
that is also
you need
my
also
right.
to be fair because the president himself said in Embu that the church will cost 300 million. Why are you peddling lies? And you are a man who deals with facts and statement of fact.
There is nothing that man can say that can be taken to the bank. Anything that.
But you know, as a lawyer, the law of evidence is very clear.
Anyway,
I could have
there,
evidence
I allow
of
them
the
to
song.
contribute.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Ndegwa.